Hello students, in previous lecture we have completed the topic solid states. Then today we are going to discuss on the content which is given in the topic, that is solutions. See here, all of you studied about the solutions. What are solutions? Solutions are nothing but these are the mere mixing of, or it is a combination of two or more substances. Before we getting the knowledge of solution, we have to discuss on the few basic concept, that is mixture. Mixtures are nothing but it is a mere combination of two or more different pure substances. Then see here, the pure substance, it may be elements or it may be compounds. Then mixtures are nothing but those are the combination of two or more different compounds or two or more different elements, or it is a combination of elements and compounds also. That means mixture is a combination of elements plus elements and elements, or elements and compounds, or it is a mixing of compounds and compounds. That are the concept of mixture. For example, see here, the mixture of elements and elements, that is copper and zinc. That is the mixture of copper and zinc. We known about that brass. Stainless steel is a mixture of iron, carbon, nickel, chromium. Then iron, carbon, nickel, chromium, all are elements, and mixture of those all is a stainless steel. Then see here, if we add the carbon particles, that is coke powder, in chalk powder, then see here, that is coke powder and chalk powder is a mixture of element and compound. CaCO3 is a compound while carbon is a element. That is the mixture of element and compound. As well as two or more different compound can mix into each other, that is NaCl plus water. That means here, if we add common salt into water, then we get here the solution of that common salt solution, and here that is aqueous NaCl solution, that is a salt solution, is a mixture of NaCl and water. Both are compounds. If we add sugar into it, then here we get the mixture of ORS, that is oral rehydration suspension, in which NaCl, sugar and waters are there, which are the mixture of 2-3 different compounds. And if we add lemon juice into it, lemon juice, which is a citric acid, then here it is also mixture, and it is a sharbat. That is, sharbat is a mixture of different compounds. That you have already studied about that in previous standard, that is from 8th standard to up to the 11th standard. Then here in the mixture, it is a mixture of different compounds, or mixture of different elements, or mixture of element and compounds are there. Then mixtures are also different types, that is homogeneous mixture, and Second one, that is heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixtures. Then here homogeneous, homo means same and hetero means different. That means here in homogeneous mixture we get the uniform mixture. Uniform mixture. That means here, for example, NaCl common salt dissolved in water. Then here we get the transparent solution. Transparent solution. That transparent aqueous solution of that common salt. Here it is a uniform. Unique. That means we don't find out the different phases of solute and solvent into it. As well as brass. For example, brass. Brass, that is pittal, which is a mixture of copper and zinc. Then it is a homogeneous mixture. That is, alloys are the homogeneous type of mixtures. As well as heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous, that means we find out the different phases which is present in it. That is, one of the example of that is the soil and rock particles which is found in the nature. That are the heterogeneous mixture, in which soil and rock particles we can see those different substances present in it. As well as chalk powder. Chalk powder, when it is mixed into wood particles, then we can find out chalk particles and wood particles into it in the mixture by naked eyes. That are the heterogeneous mixture. Then see here, those different types of mixtures from which we have to discuss on the homogeneous mixture. And homogeneous mixtures are generally of two types. That is, here we have already studied about that in 11th standard. That is colloidal solution or mixture, or it is simply known as colloids. And here the another type of homogeneous mixture, that is a true solution. True solution. Then see here, colloids and true solution. True solution, here the solute particle is very small, that we cannot see those particles in the solution by naked eyes or as well as under microscope. That is, for example, salt solution. Salt solution, we get the transparent solution in which we can't find out the particles of that common salt. It cannot be seen by naked eyes as well as under microscope. As well as sugar solution. Sugar solution. Then colloidal solution. See here, we can see the particles of those mixture in the under the microscope or in the ray of beam of light. That when beam of light which enters into the dark room, then we can find out the small dust particles floating in that beam of light. That is, that beam of light when enters into the room, then we can find out the small particles of dust particles present in the air. And air is one of the colloidal solution or colloidal mixture. Then starch when dissolved in water, then that starch solution is also colloidal solution. Colloidal solution of iodine or colloidal solution of sulfur, we can also make that type of colloidal suspensions or solutions, which is an example of one of the type of homogeneous mixture. Then here in this chapter we will discuss about the homogeneous mixture, that is the solutions. Then what are solutions? solutions are nothing but those are also one of the type of mixture, and it is a solution is a homogeneous mixture. It is a homogeneous mixture of here two or more substances in which there are two different phases are there. That is that solution which contains two phases, that is one of the phase of that is solute and another phase is of solvent. Then solute which is present in the solution, the mixture of solute and solvent which makes that solution, and here solute which is present in that is in very small amount. The substance which is present in the solution which is in small amount is called as solute, whereas solvent, the substance which is present in the solution in excess amount, is called as solvent. Then for example, see here, aqueous solution of common salt NaCl, aqueous NaCl, in which here NaCl, that is a common salt, is a solute, which is a solute, and here water which is present in excess amount, that water is a solvent, because here water which is present in larger amount which is excess amount, and therefore it is a solvent. One more example, that is if sugar dissolved in water, then that sugar solution in which sugar is a solute and water, that is a solvent. Water is a solvent and sugar is a solute. Then if benzoic acid dissolved in benzene, or benzoic acid if dissolved in chloroform, then benzoic acid is a solute while chloroform or benzene is a solvent. Then that are the few examples of solution in which solute and solvents are there, and solute which is present in very less amount, and solvent which is present in excess amount in the solution. Then we have to find out, or we have to discuss on the different types of solution which is depends upon, or which is based on number of substance present in the solution. That means here suppose one of the type, that is binary solution. The name itself indicates that bi means two. Binary solution in which only one solute is there and one solvent is there. For example, salt solution, in which aqueous solution of salt, in which salt is solute, only one solute is there, and solvent, that is water, one solvent is there. Therefore it is a binary solution. Then second one type, that is ternary solution. Then here that solution which containing two different two different solutes are there, solutes, and one solvent is there. Only one type of solvent is there and two different solutes are there. For example, sugar plus water plus common salt. That is the example of ternary solution in which sugar and common salt are solute. Those are solute, and whereas water is a solvent. That is the here sugar and common salt. Those are the two different solutes which is dissolved in only one type of solvent, that is water. And third one, that is quaternary solution. In which there are three different solutes are there. And only one solvent is there. Then here it is example of that quaternary solution, that is lemon juice plus salt, common salt, that is NaCl, plus sugar plus water which is dissolved in water. Then see here, lemon juice, NaCl and sugar are in smaller amount, therefore those are known as solute, and water which is present in excess amount, therefore it is a solvent. Then it is a mixture of four different compounds or substances which is a quaternary solution. Then in this chapter we will discuss only about the binary solution and not about the ternary or quaternary solution. Therefore, all about binary solution we will discuss about that in this chapter. Then see here, we will discuss about few more different types of binary solutions. Then focus on binary solution. Binary solutions in which only one solute is there and one solvent is there. That are the homogeneous mixture of one solute and one solvent is called as binary solution. And in this chapter we will discuss about the different types of binary solutions and their few properties and the concept which is related with those binary solutions. We will discuss about that. Then here those binary solutions we can classify into, that is types of binary solution which is based on, or the concept which is considered here, that types of binary solution which is based on the states of solute and solvent. That means here state of solute and solvent, that means here in the binary solution solute may be solid, liquid or gas, and solvent it may be solid, liquid or gas. According to this concept there are total 9 types of solutions are there. Then see here the chart which is given in the textbook. You should observe that chart and the few examples which is given here of those different 9 types of binary solutions in this table or chart. Then we will study about those 9 types one by one, taking example of those here. Then see here, first of all we have to write the state of solute, then the state of solvent, then type of solution, then we will discuss on the example of that type of solution. Then first of all, see here, solute which is present in solid form, and here solvent if it is also in solid form. Then solution which we get the type of that solution is solid in solid, which is also known as sol. Then the example of that solid in solid, that is alloys of different alloys, which is a solid in solid type of solution. Then for example, copper plus zinc, here we get brass, and brass is a alloy which is a solid in solid type of solution, because here copper is solid as well as zinc is also in solid type, and which is a brass is a one of the alloy which is a homogeneous mixture of copper and zinc. As well as here different types of alloys are there, that is stainless steel or copper and SN, which is a mixture of copper and SN, which is known as bronze. All of you studied about that bronze, which is used for to make the medals, which is given in the different type of competitions. As well as bronze, which is used for the making coins as well as statues. That are the few examples of solid in solid type. Then here the second type, that is here solid in liquid type. Therefore the second type of solution, that is solid in liquid type of solution. Then see here solid which is in very less amount, that means here solid should be in less amount, while liquid is in larger or excess amount. That means here solid in liquid type of solution, examples are salt solution, common salt solution, or sugar solutions. Sugar solutions are the examples of solid in liquid type of solution, in which common salt is solid type, whereas water is a liquid type. Also examples of solid in liquid type, that is benzoic acid, which is solid particles of benzoic acid when dissolved in chloroform, whereas chloroform is a liquid type. Therefore benzoic acid plus chloroform, which is a example of solid in liquid type of solution. As well as see here solid if it is dissolved in gaseous substance, gas, then here we get solid in gas type of solution. See here, focus here, solid is solute, therefore solid is in less amount, whereas gas, it is a solvent, therefore it is in larger amount. Therefore here the examples of those, that is here dust particles which is present in air. Air is a gaseous in nature, while as dust particles which are solid particles which is floated in the air, and we can see those dust particles when beam of light enters into the dark room, and the cone type of that way of that beam of light in which dust particles floated in the air, that is the type of solid in gas type of solution. Then there are few more examples when you burn the camphor. Camphor that is kapur, camphor. When you burn it, then camphor particles. Camphor is a sublimentary substance which can be converted from solid state to gaseous state. That camphor, when burned, camphor particles which goes into air, and those camphor particles get condensed, and those solid particles of camphor goes into air, that is solid in gaseous type of. Or iodine, that iodine is also supplementary substance, therefore iodine particles goes into the air at room temperature, and those particles of iodine floated in the air, and that is the example of solid in gas. As well as the naphthalene ball, that is dambar body. Naphthalene ball reduces, the size of those naphthalene ball reduces, that means particles of that naphthalene ball goes into the air, that means solid mixed into the air, that is the solid in gas type of solution. Then few more types, that is fourth one type. Here liquid is now taken as a solute, and liquid when dissolved in solid. See here, salt solution is not the example of liquid in solid type of solution, because here liquid is solute which is in less amount, present in less amount in the solution, whereas solid is in excess amount, better, that is conic, in which fluor particles are greater in excess amount, whereas water is in little amount, and you make the batter of that fluor particle and water, therefore liquid in solid type of that example is there. And few more examples, that is amalgams. Amalgams are nothing but it is a mixture of any metal with mercury, that is Hg, mercury. And here the example of amalgam, that is sodium amalgam, of which formula, that is NaHg. Zinc amalgam, ZnHg. Magnesium amalgam, MgHg, are the few examples of liquid in solid. Because see here, sodium amalgam, that means it is a mixture of sodium and mercury amalgam, that is mercury. And here Na, sodium is a solid type which is in larger amount, in which few particles of mercury, few drops of mercury mixed into it, and mercury which is in liquid state at room temperature, and therefore that is the example of liquid in solid type of example. Zinc amalgam, zinc which is solid, and whereas Hg is liquid, or zinc amalgam is obtained here. Magnesium amalgam, that are the few examples of liquid in solid type of solution. Then next, that is fifth type, that is liquid in liquid type of solution. See here, it is a mixture of two different liquids, that is one of the liquid which is present in less amount, while as the another liquid which should be present in excess amount, that is liquid in liquid type of solution, which is also known as emulsions, For example, if we taken the excess amount of water in which few drops of oil or ghee or oil, when it is added into it, then oil cannot mix into water. But if we shake that solution vigorously, then that oil droplets are splitted, break down into small oil particles, and here we get the emulsion, in which those small particles of oil or ghee is present in small extent, while as water is present in excess. Here we get the emulsion, and that emulsion is oil in water type of emulsion. Oil in water type of emulsion, or we can make the emulsion in which few drops of water if added into the excess amount of petrol, and if we vigorously shaking that, then the reverse, that is solution in which the few small particles of water which is dispersed in excess amount of oil is present, and where are droplets of those water which is in small amount or smaller extent. That is the here emulsion which is obtained is water in oil type. Another type of solution, that is water in oil type of emulsion. That type of emulsion we generally do in the home while cooking, that is Shankarpadi. We can add milk and ghee into it, and we vigorously shaking that mixture to get the emulsion, and that is the example of liquid in liquid type. Few more examples of liquid in liquid, that is acetone added into water, or methanol which is also added in water. That are the few examples of liquid in liquid type of solution. Then sixth one type, next one the type, that is liquid which is present in solute form, whereas gas which is present in excess amount. Therefore here we get liquid in gas type of solution, in which, see here, liquid is in very less amount, whereas gas which is present in larger amount. Then here chloroform which is a volatile liquid. Chloroform volatile liquid, the substance which can readily converted into vapors. For example, petrol, kerosene or diesel. Those are the volatile substance of which boiling point is less than 100 degrees Celsius. Therefore, they are readily goes into the fumes or converted into fumes and goes into air. And therefore, those chloroform when mixed into N2 gas. Then here nitrogen gas which is present in excess amount, whereas chloroform which is present in smaller extent. And that is the mixture of liquid in gas type of solution, as well as there are water droplets present in the air. The constituent of air, all of you aware of that in standard 8th, that is water vapors, dust particles, few inert gases, carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen are the constituent of air. Water droplets are also constituent of air. Therefore, those water droplets present in the air and those are dissolved in, that is air, that is gaseous in nature. That are the example of liquid in gaseous type of example. Then here the next type, that is here 7th type, that is gas in solid. Gas plus solid, whereas gaseous substance is solute and whereas solid is in solvent. And here that solution is known as gas in solid. Here gaseous particle which is present in very smaller content, and whereas the solid particles present in larger amount. Then see here H2 gas when adsorbs on the palladium which is one of the transition element present in the D block in the periodic table. Palladium which is a metal, that is a transition metal which is present in solid state, whereas H2 gas which is present in gaseous state. During reduction process, that is ethylene, all of you studied about that, ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2, that is the ethene or ethylene, alkene, which undergoes reduction. Reduction means addition of hydrogen gas into it. Here, for this reduction of ethene, hydrogen when added into ethene, then reduction of that ethene takes place using reducing agent platinum or palladium or ranitidine. Those are the reducing agent used in this reduction process. And here the hydrogen gas, which is a reactant, at first those palladium which is present in solid form, the particles of palladiums are there here, and the H2 gas which get adsorbs on that particles of palladium as well as nickel, and therefore here the H2 gas which is present in less amount, whereas palladium catalyst or reducing agent which is present in larger amount. Therefore mixture of hydrogen gas and palladium, here we get, that is gas in solid type of, that is mixture or solution. One of the example of that gas in solid type of, that is sponge. Sponge which is made up of solid, in which that sponge is porous in nature, in which air particles are captured. That are the few examples of gas in solid. Then next type, that is gas in liquid type of, that is gas in liquid type of solution. Here gas which is present in smaller amount, whereas liquid is present in excess amount. One of the famous example of that gas in liquid type of example, that is most of the cold drinks or soda water. See here, in cold drink water, in which if that bottle drink when shaken, then there are bubbles are given out from that cold drink, and that bubbles are nothing but those are the carbon dioxide, CO2, which is mixed into that juice of different fruits that are known as cold drinks. And here that is the one of the example of gas in liquid type of examples. And the last example, that is the gas in gas type of example. Gas in gas type of example, that means both are, that is solute and solvent, both are in gaseous state. One of the gaseous substance which is in smaller extent, which is known as solute, whereas the gas which is present in larger amount or excess amount, which is known as, that is solvent. Then here air is one of the example of gas in gas type of example, air, because it is a mixture of nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas, hydrogen gas, inert gases, that all gases are present in the air. That is about the different 9 types of solution which is given here in your textbook. Here today we have discussed about the different types of solution, that is binary solution, ternary solution and quaternary solution. Out of that, in your syllabus you have to study about the binary solutions, and binary solutions are also of different types, which is depends upon states of that solute and solvent, and that is about the different types of binary solutions. In next lecture we will discuss about the solubility of different substances in the given amount of solvent. Generally, or most of the solution in which water is a solvent, and the solution in which solvent is water, that solutions are called as aqueous solutions. Till you should write the chart of different types of solutions given here in your textbook. Thank you.